At least 187 people have been killed and 300 are missing after a flooding disaster in Europe. People are still dealing with extremely dangerous conditions there as we're getting a clearer picture now of the devastation. German Chancellor Angela Merkel toured the damage, calling it surreal. And she says this is just one reason for faster action to combat climate change. Foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli is in Germany with the latest.
This morning, as floodwaters recede in western Germany, a glimpse at the destruction. The death toll rising to more than 187 killed in Germany and Belgium, 300 still missing.
For everyone, it's terrible. It's like the apocalypse.
Entire homes swept away. This medieval town, in one of the hardest hit regions, was cut off after the floods and is still without water and power.
Floodwaters came through here. They ripped apart that house, that bridge. It's hard to fathom the force that was needed to just cut through concrete like this. It took trees, uprooted them, tossed them onto the riverbank, destroying everything. The town is now completely cut off.
This man tells us he was barely able to escape to his roof and save his elderly mother from drowning. Now, neighbors are coming together to salvage what's left.
And Maggie Rulli joins me live now from Reutzheim, Germany. Maggie, what's the scene like there right now? I mean, we can already see it looks like there's a car buried behind you.
Yeah, Diane, behind me, you can see how powerful these floodwaters were. We're seeing this all over this region. When they ripped through here, they tore up this road, tore through pavement. They snapped nearby bridges made of concrete. This car you see behind me was flipped on its side. We've seen trucks flipped on top of each other. These are the conditions that rescue crews are up against right now. You can see some of the recovery team working behind me. You know, it's hard to even make it to some of these areas still because roads look like this, just the vast devastation. And again, Diane, you know, it's hard to almost comprehend how water could create a scene like that. We've been standing in front of it all day, and I still really can't wrap my mind around it. And it's not isolated to here. We have seen scene after scene like this. Also, the aftermath. You know, it's almost hard to walk down streets in some of these towns because people have been making piles of their belongings that are just covered in mud, soaked through, completely ruined outside of their homes. And it just shows you what a long road ahead they have for cleanup.
It looks more like the aftermath of an earthquake than a flood. And Maggie, some of these towns have been almost completely washed away. So how are residents there coping?
Yeah, Dan, we visited one of those particularly hard-hit towns. It's the region where more than 110 people alone died just in this region. In that town, which you saw, it's an old medieval town. We talked with a lot of people there. And, you know, at first they were just in shock. They said they couldn't even imagine it being like this. The water came up 6 feet tall down those cobblestone streets, just ruining everything, destroying everything in that town. And now the last few days have been all about cleanup, trying to make some sense of their town. You know, we saw the neighbors coming together, washing the cobblestone streets. We saw piles on piles of all of their belongings. So a lot of people now just still in shock, trying to put one foot in front of the other. But, you know, Diane, we're also starting to see that turn into anger. A lot of people, even out here today, have stopped us thinking we were German media, wanting to get on camera and speak to the government, asking why don't they have more help? Why is it neighbors helping neighbors? You know, people are angry. They want to know why they weren't warned. What more could have been done to save lives? So, you know, I think as the recovery continues and people start to clean up, you're going to see people asking more and more questions as well.
Understandable. Maggie Rulli there in Germany. Thanks, Maggie.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.